Hi class, today we're going to be reviewing rules of exponents. Well, the base is the letter that is at the bottom. That's why we call it a base. Now the exponent is the number raised to that power, right? Number raised, that base is raised to that power. Now we have a cubed. A cubed is the same thing as a times a times a. Notice that when you're multiplying, you need to add the exponents. So if you were to add this, 1 plus 1 plus 1, it will gives you 3. Now, a squared can be broken into a times a. And you know it's a squared because if you have a to the first times a to the first, it gives you a to the second. Now, let's go on to the rules of multiplying exponents. Now, remember, you must have the same base in order for you to add the exponents. So in this example, a times a, same base, so you're going to add the exponent 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5, that gives you 8. So your answer for number 2 is a raised to the 8th power. Now let's look at number 3. B cubed times b to the 8th. Now you have the same base, so you're going to add the exponents. 3 plus 8, that gives you 8, 9, 10, 11. 11th power. So that's your answer for number 3. Number 4, b cubed times b to the 4th times c raised to the 4th power. Notice that these guys have the same base, so I could add the exponents. So 3 plus 4 is 7 with the same base b. And notice that c, I can't combine them with them because they have a different base. So this becomes c raised to the 4th power. Now, let's look at number 5. Number 5, we need to look first for the same base. I have base here, base b. Okay, so same base, add the exponents, so this becomes b to the third, right? And then something important, the coefficients or the numbers in front of the letters, you could multiply them. 10 times 2 is 20, and 20 times 3, that becomes 60, right? 10 times 3 is 30, times 2 is 60. Now, this c squared, you could just write here because you can't combine them together. So your answer is 60 b cubed times c squared. Let's look at number 6. Number 6, you can start off with multiplying the coefficients. Negative 3 times 8, that becomes minus 24. And then same base, you can add the exponents, therefore this becomes b to the 4th. Here, negative 4 times negative 3. A negative times a negative becomes positive. So 4 times 3, that becomes 12. Or negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. So here, c and c, add the exponents. c, 2 plus 5, that becomes 7. And how about here? Negative 3 times negative 4. This becomes positive 12. C squared times c to the negative 6. This becomes c. I write this number down, 2. And then plus negative 6, right? Notice that this is really 2 minus 6. And as this becomes 2 minus 6, this is the same thing as if we were to have 12c minus 4. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. When I subtract with different signs, I keep the sign of the larger number. Therefore, I keep the sign of the negative 6. And important, you can never have a negative exponent at the end as an answer. So therefore, if you have a negative exponent, you're going to bring it down positive. So this becomes 12c to the 4th. If you were to have had another different answer, right? Let's say, for example, this is a new problem. If you were to have 6c to the second p to the negative 4. Notice that the c stays where it is as an answer because it is positive. However, p raised to the negative 4th is negative, but you can never have a negative exponent as an answer. So you're going to bring that guy up. So always remember, exponents want to be happy, they want to be positive at the very end. So that's number 8. Number 9 is talk about same concept. Negative 3 times negative 4, that becomes positive 12. Negative 2 times negative 2, right? Then we have c minus 2 plus, or you could say just say same thing, right? Plus at the end is going to be minus. So minus 6, that's going to be 12c, negative 2 minus 6, that's minus 8. Therefore, that becomes 12c to the 8th power. Now, and then that's your answer for number 9. Number 10, 3 times 4, that's positive 12. You have a c, so you're going to add the exponents. Minus 2 plus 6. This becomes 12c to the 4th, and that's positive. So these are the answers for number 9 and number 10. So this is everything that they could give you in terms of multiplying exponents with the same signs here, positive, whether they're or different signs, or they have the same signs that are both negative. So this is just a quick review. If you want me to go over any more particular detail, just write me a message. Now let's go over the rules of dividing exponents. Now, in order for you to divide exponents, you can only subtract the exponents with the same base. So see here, a and a, you have the same base. There's a 1 here. You have to put your math glasses on, but there's a 1 there. So you have, and then what you're going to do is you're going to copy the numerator, right? Copy the numerator, and then you subtract the denominator from it. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So let's look here. Notice that these guys have different bases. Therefore, you cannot do anything to it. So this remains a cubed b squared. You can't subtract it because you have different bases. Let's look at number 13. These guys have the same base, right? So I'm going to copy the numerator, a to the 4th, and I'm going to subtract the exponent. So minus 3. Okay, same thing here. B to the 6, I'm going to copy the numerator as is, and I'm going to subtract the denominator exponent, minus 2. So therefore, this becomes 4 minus 3 is 1, and then 6 minus 2, that becomes to the 4th power. So number 13, the answer is AB raised to the 4th. Okay, let's try number 14. 14, the same thing. B to the 7th minus 2, C to the 4th minus 1. This becomes 7 minus 2 is B to the 5th. C4 minus 1, that's C3. That's your answer. Number 15. Notice that this is positive and then this is negative, but the same concept applies. You copy the numerator as is, and then you subtract the denominator. But notice I put a subtraction, and then I'm going to put this, right? This, so the entire thing on the minus 2. This is going to be b to the 8th. Negative times negative is positive, so it becomes positive 2, and therefore the answer for this is b raised to the 10th power. So that's important to know. So let's look at other examples. Look at this, number 16. I write the numerator as is, b to the negative 8, and then I subtract the denominator, minus 2. Notice that it's not the same thing as this guy. Look, now this is negative, this is positive. So let's see what happens. B minus 8 plus 2, that becomes b minus 6, right? I told you before that b raised to the negative 6 cannot be an answer because you have to have positive exponents as an answer. So your answer here is going to be 1 over b to the 6. Your exponent is positive, therefore you have finished here. Okay, let's do number 17. Number 17, you have b, negative 8. Notice you have here minus 2. That becomes b to minus 10. You can never have a negative exponent as an answer. Therefore, this becomes 1 over b to the 10. How about here, number 18? Number 18, you have b minus 8 minus 3. You have c minus 2 minus 4. What does this become? This becomes 8, 9, 10, 11. So b to the negative 11. And then c, 2 plus 4 is 6, minus 6. Notice that the exponents are negative. So the answers were going to be all under 1. 1, b to the 11, c to the 6. So that is very important for you to know the rules of dividing exponents. As you get more experience, the next video I'm going to show how to continue to divide exponents. So an applicable thing would be something like this. When they give you negative 9x to the 7th plus 12x to the 4th minus 9, you divide it by 3x cubed. Notice what I did. This guy here, I just copy paste, right? This is positive 12x to the 4th, 12x to the 4th divided by 3x cubed. And then I did negative 9 divided by 3x to the 3rd. And then individually, I started applying the rules that I did here. So, like for example, negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3, because you look at the factors that are the same, right? That 3 and that 3 cancel, so you have the 3 here, and it's negative, so you carry the negative. Here you have positive, so your answer is going to be positive, and you're going to divide 12 divided by 3, and 4 stays on the top. So here, x to the 4th and x to the 3rd. So 4 minus 3 is 1, right? So this remains as a positive 1. Now here, be careful. Here you have 3 times 3, and here basically you have 3 times 1, right? So the 3 and the 3 cancel, the 3 stays on the top, the 1 stays at the bottom, and then you have x cubed. X cubed is positive, so it remains at the bottom. Don't bring it up with it. They're separate, okay? So 3 over x cubed. And then that will be your answer for number 19. In the future videos, I'm going to come up with more examples of how to do like this, but this is just a brief introduction based upon rules of multiplying and dividing exponents. Thank you.